Welcome to the fascinating story of Salahuddin Ayubi, a legendary hero known for his courage, leadership, and the historic conquest of Jerusalem, as we explore how this remarkable leader rose from a young soldier to a powerful commander who united the Muslim world during the Crusades. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join us on more incredible journeys through history. Early life and inspiration. Salahuddin Ayubi was born into a world of turmoil and war. As a young boy, he was inspired by his uncle, Nur ad-Din, a strong and wise leader who ruled Syria. Nur ad-Din was not just a ruler. He was a visionary who wanted to bring all Muslims together to stand strong against their enemies. Training and early achievements. From his early days, Salahuddin was trained in the art of war and politics. He learned not only how to fight, but also how to think and lead. His first major test came when he joined his uncle's army as a young commander. The skills and knowledge he gained during these early years were crucial in shaping his future. A new leader emerges. As Salahuddin grew in experience and respect, he faced new challenges that tested his leadership. He became known for his fairness, bravery, and strategic mind. People started to see him not just as a military leader, but as a beacon of hope. Battles for control. Salahuddin's first major challenge as a leader came when he had to defend Egypt from internal and external threats. At this time, Egypt was a wealthy and strategically important land, highly coveted by both friends and foes. Salahuddin's uncle sent him to Egypt with a strong army to stabilize the region and protect it from the Crusaders, who were trying to extend their control over the Middle East. Conquering Egypt, the conquest of Egypt by Salahuddin Ayubi, was far from a straightforward campaign. In 1169, upon entering Egypt, Salahuddin and his forces encountered staunch resistance from both the local Fatimid rulers and the Crusaders, who were deeply entrenched in the region. The strategic significance of Egypt, with its vast resources and pivotal location, made it a coveted prize among competing powers. Despite the formidable challenges, Salahuddin's adept use of diplomacy and military prowess allowed him to not only overcome the local defenses, but also to win over the populace by restoring Sunni orthodoxy, effectively dismantling the Shia Fatimid Caliphate. This crucial victory established Salahuddin as a formidable ruler and military strategist, setting the stage for further expansions and consolidations of his power in the region. The Battle of Hattin. The Battle of Hattin, fought on July 4, 1187, stands as one of the most pivotal confrontations in the history of the Crusades. Salahuddin Ayubi, recognizing the strategic importance of the town of Tiberias and its surrounding areas, orchestrated a battle that would dramatically alter the course of Middle Eastern history. The Crusaders, drawn out from their strongholds and lured into the arid expanses near the horns of Hattin in Palestine, found themselves trapped in a dire situation orchestrated by Salahuddin's strategic foresight. He had cleverly cut off their access to water and key escape routes during the peak of summer, ensuring that the Crusaders would be weakened and demoralized even before the fighting commenced. Strategic planning. Salahuddin's preparations for the Battle of Hattin exemplified his mastery of military strategy. Understanding the terrain and the crucial role of logistics, Salahuddin ensured his troops controlled water sources and the surrounding high ground, vital for dominating the upcoming battle. His troops encircled the Crusaders, who were burdened by the summer heat and a lack of supplies, gradually tightening their grip. This tactic not only ensured the physical weakening of the Crusader forces, but also sowed seeds of despair within their ranks, eroding their will to fight. The battle was not just a clash of armies, but a culmination of meticulous planning and psychological warfare. A decisive victory. The actual battle was swift and brutal. On the day of the confrontation, Salahuddin's well-prepared and high-spirited forces charged at the Crusaders, who, plagued by thirst and exhaustion, could not hold their lines. The victory at Hattin was overwhelming and decisive. Salahuddin captured a vast number of Crusader nobles, including the King of Jerusalem, Guy of Lusignan, which dealt a crushing blow to the Crusader states in the region. The aftermath of Hattin was transformative. It led to the Muslim reconquest of crucial cities, including Jerusalem, which had been under Crusader control for almost 9 decades. The victory significantly shifted the balance of power, not just in the Holy Land, but in the surrounding geopolitical landscape, setting the stage for further Muslim advances. Liberating Jerusalem. Following the decisive victory at the Battle of Hattin, Salahuddin Ayubi turned his strategic focus towards Jerusalem, a city of immense spiritual importance to Islam, Christianity, and Judaism alike. The city had been under Crusader control since 1099, and its liberation was ardently desired by the Muslim world. For Salahuddin, recapturing Jerusalem was not just a strategic victory, but a sacred duty to restore Islamic stewardship over the city. Siege of Jerusalem. In September 1187, mere months after his triumph at Hattin, Salahuddin commenced his siege of Jerusalem. His strategy was characterized by a blend of military rigor and a commitment to minimize bloodshed. Surrounding the city, Salahuddin systematically cut off supply lines to weaken the defenders gradually. His troops built siege towers and deployed catapults, but the focus was on maintaining a blockade to pressure the city into surrendering without the need for a massive assault, which would have resulted in heavy losses on both sides. Negotiations for peace. The siege lasted for 2 weeks. Inside Jerusalem, the situation grew increasingly desperate for the Crusaders as food and water supplies dwindled. Recognizing the futility of their resistance against the well-organized Muslim forces and motivated by Salahuddin's reputation for honor and mercy, the Crusader leaders initiated negotiations for peace. Salahuddin, respecting the sanctity of Jerusalem and wishing to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, conducted the negotiations with grace and fairness. He agreed to terms that allowed for the peaceful surrender of the city, guaranteeing the safety of its Christian population and granting them passage to leave the city with their belongings, strengthening his rule. Once Jerusalem was securely under his control, Salahuddin took measures to consolidate his rule and ensure the city's defense against potential Crusader retaliations. He strengthened the fortifications around Jerusalem, repaired walls, and built new defensive structures. Additionally, Salahuddin worked to unify and stabilize the newly reclaimed territories, integrating them into his domain. He fostered administrative reforms and worked towards economic revitalization, recognizing that a strong, unified Muslim front was essential for maintaining the gains made and for facing future challenges from the Crusader states. Continued challenges. Even with Jerusalem secured, Salahuddin's challenges were far from over. The Third Crusade was launched by European monarchs who were determined to reclaim Jerusalem. This brought new waves of battles across the region, pitting Salahuddin against some of the most formidable leaders of Europe, including King Richard the Lionheart of England. Battles with Richard the Lionheart. Salahuddin and Richard the Lionheart faced each other in several battles, most notably the Battle of Arsuf. These encounters were fierce and tested Salahuddin's tactical genius against Richard's renowned military prowess. Despite the intense warfare, mutual respect developed between the two leaders over time, shaped by their chivalrous conduct during conflicts. Legacy of peace and leadership. As the conflicts of the Third Crusade began to wind down, Salahuddin and Richard negotiated a truce in 1992. This truce allowed Christians to make pilgrimages to Jerusalem, while the city remained under Muslim control. Salahuddin's ability to negotiate such terms showcased his skills as a leader who valued peace and coexistence over endless war. Final years and death. In the twilight of his life, Salahuddin Ayubi continued to rule his expansive realm with the same wisdom and justice that had characterized his leadership during the height of his power. He focused on maintaining the stability and prosperity of the territories under his control, emphasizing fair governance and the welfare of his people. Salahuddin passed away in March 1193 in Damascus, leaving behind a profound legacy that transcended his military achievements. More than just a formidable warrior and strategist, he is remembered as a paragon of dignity, humanity, and unity. His respectful treatment of foes, advocacy for justice, and promotion of educational and religious institutions solidified his reputation as one of the most revered leaders in Islamic history. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy continues to inspire discussions on leadership and ethics in both the Eastern and Western worlds. As we reflect on the life of Salahuddin Ayubi, we remember him not only as a great warrior, but as a visionary leader. His legacy teaches us the importance of compassion, tolerance, and courage. Salahuddin Ayubi's story is a powerful reminder that true leadership comes from the strength of one's character and the ability to inspire unity and peace. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more inspiring stories from history.